welcome back to my channel. So this is very long overdue. I'm sorry it's taking me so long to film this, but I took a week off last week to have a little bit of me time, a little bit of a chill, but I'm back and I'm ready for action. So I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions last week, and I've got them all here in front of me on my laptop, as is my phone to film. So let's get right on into the video. Let's crack on. So the first question is, which Disney character can you relate to most? So if in an idealistic world, I would say I related to Belle because she's classy, she's smart, she's beautiful, she's poised. But no, she is my favourite Disney princess, but I don't relate to her most. I actually relate to a little snowman called Olaf, because I feel like Olaf is so like me. He's so childlike and he always wants to see the best in things and people and the situations. He's positive, and he's just a ball of love and happiness, and I just love to love everybody and love being in a good mood if I can obviously pull myself together. Some days I'm not in a good mood, some days I have bad days, but we all do. But I feel like I relate to Olaf a lot because I try to face adversity with a positive attitude and work my way forward. So yes, Olaf, the happy little snowman, I relate to you, dude. I relate to you. The next question is a bit of a doozy. She actually had to DM me this one because it wouldn't fit. So the question is, if you could jump back to any point in your life to tell yourself something, when would it be and what would you say? So I probably would go back to when I was younger. I'm not sure when, probably just going into secondary school, and I'd say to myself, Megan, you're weird, you're kooky, you're not like everybody else, you're a bit strange, but you know what? Embrace it, hun. Embrace it. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't listen to the bullies. Don't listen to the haters. Just be you, girl. And if they don't like it, then fuck them. Excuse my language, but fuck them. I would tell myself just to ignore them, because you know what? Being yourself is such a good thing. Like, you shouldn't want to change to be anybody but you. I am weird. I am strange. I'm Disney obsessed. I'm 28 and still can never grow up. It's not a bad thing. I love being me. I love embracing myself. And you know what? I know obviously I had to go through all that sort of bullying and that sort of the bad situations to get to the good, to be where I am now. A lot of self-love, a lot of positivity. So yeah, I would just tell myself, look, the good's coming. It's okay. You know, don't be sad. Don't be down on yourself. Just keep going, girl. Just keep going. So that's what I would say to myself, and that's where I would go. Okay, so the next question is, what's the best and worst things about having a YouTube channel? Okay, the best things is meeting the lovely girls that I have met on here, and all the lovely people that write nice comments and take the time to watch my videos. Super appreciate you guys. I love that we're growing very gradually. I know, you know, I'm not going to be at 1,000 anytime soon, but that is really not a problem for me. I just enjoy making the videos. I enjoy interacting with the community. I've got a lovely little group chat on Instagram with some YouTube girls on here, and I love them to pieces. They are angels. I met my overseas bestie, shout out to Georgia, on here. So it's been an absolute blessing in disguise, considering, you know, how crap the year's been. That's been like a light at the end of the tunnel sort of thing. I wouldn't say there's much bad right now. If I got a hate comment, I probably would just ignore it or delete it. Like, whatever, haters gonna hate. I have some creepy comments every now and then, but that's about it really. That's the worst of it so far. I'm gonna jinx myself now, aren't I? But sometimes I get super stressy about making videos. That's probably the worst about it. That's what I can think of right now. The next question is, what's your biggest pet peeve? People that say no offense. You mean offense. Don't say no offense, but I hate your car, dude, or no offense, your hair looks weird. Like, that's not nice. That's not nice. You mean offense. Is someone just gonna go, oh, never mind, they said they hate my cardio, oh, never mind, they hate my hair? Like, no offense is not like an invitation just to be mean. Like, oh, it's so annoying. I hate it when people say it. Like, don't say no offense. If you're gonna mean offense, just go and say it. Don't be a baby. Just go out and say what you want to say. Don't say no offense. That's just wussing out, okay? And it's just completely backhanded. Ugh, I hate it. Okay, so I have two questions that are similar. So I've got, what would you like for Christmas and what is on your Christmas wish list? So I have asked Santa for the new iPhone Pro, because I haven't had a new phone in 2 years, so I'm up for renewal. So hopefully Santa will bring me a new phone and a new case to go with it, and a pop socket, so that's on top of the list. And I keep hinting to Mike that I want these Stitch PJs from the Disney store with the Stitch hoodie with the little hood with his ears on, and I keep saying it, and he keeps playing dumb that I haven't told him anything I want to. He goes, oh, I just don't know what to get you. I've had no ideas. And I was like, hun, I've been pointing at things and sending you links. How can you possibly say? He's just winding me up though, because he knows. He knows. He thinks I'm just going to forget about these things and move on with my life. I shan't be forgetting. If I don't get stitched pyjamas, I will be sad. I won't be like disappointed, but I'll just be a bit sad because they're so cute. Like I can't even cope. I love PJs and I love anything cozy. Like just give me the PJs. Also have my eyes on some Ana Luisa earrings because they're so pretty. So I'm hoping to God he just reads my vibes going on at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really want for Christmas. And how did you meet Mike is the next question. Well, we met through a mutual friend. Basically, my friend Joe had a picture of him with Mike on Facebook, and I went, oh my God, who is that fitty? I need to talk to him. He is gorgeous. So he put us into contact, and like every time Joe was around Mike, he put me on the phone to Mike, and I just chat shit in his ear. And he probably thought, God, this girl is so annoying. Why does she talk so much? And then eventually we met in person at a mutual friend's house party, where I got so nervous and anxious that I drank a ton of cider. Not a good move because cider makes me drunk super, super fast. I was a state. I was all over the place, could barely stand up. They had to ring my dad to come pick me up. Mike and Joe had to carry me to my dad's car. It was horrendous, but lo and behold, for some reason, he still liked me after that, because the next day I was sitting crying, and oh my God, he's never going to speak to me again, this is a nightmare. He texted me going, oh, do you want to go to the cinema? Like, you're really cool, like, I think you're really funny. And I was like, really funny? Hannah was a state. But yeah, still liked me, went on our first date to the Hangover 2 movie, and it went from there. Apparently he likes mental people, because here we are 9 years later. Hey. I bagged a good one, I did. He's a complete angel, like I swear to God. How he ever puts up with me. Godsend. Michael, you're a godsend if you're watching this. I love you so much. This one's funny because the George is only saying this because she's my bestie and she loves me to pieces. She's just being too nice here. Why does Emily in Paris look like you? WTF. She doesn't look like me, hun. And I told her this. I messaged her and went, Georgia, I don't look anything like her. She's way prettier than me. She's got more fashion sense than me. She's like, no, you don't look her. You're better than her. I was like, you're just being sweet because we're besties. You're being biased now. So yes, she doesn't look like me. I wish I looked like her. She is goals, but you're sweet to say. Next question is, when are you getting married and is it still going ahead with COVID? Okay, so our wedding was originally meant to happen on the 13th of June 2020 this year. Unfortunately, we had to postpone it because there were no weddings allowed at that point. They weren't actually allowed to happen. So we postponed it to May 1st next year. So we're getting married on May 1st, 2021 next year. Fingers crossed. Hopefully COVID pisses off by then. So yes, and I was a bit sad about it. I did have a cry. I was a bit sort of annoyed, but luckily all the suppliers have moved over to the new date. I got my dress. It's hanging up in the wardrobe waiting for me for my first fitting in February. So yeah, hopefully all goes well. Hopefully we can have the wedding we dreamed of next year instead. But yeah, so not right now. It's happening next year. So hopefully I can try and film some wedding content. I got engaged and did all the planning way before I started YouTube. So I'm so annoyed. There was so much content I could have showed you, like venue viewings, everything. I'm really annoyed, but never mind. I can show you all the sort of bits and pieces later on next year. So hopefully you guys are interested in the wedding content coming next year. Next year's going to be a good year. We're putting it out into the universe. 2021, going to be a year. It's going to be our year. Next question is, how are you? At the moment, I'm okay. I'm not too bad, to be honest, because my routine hasn't really changed since everything's kicked off. Like, I'm still working every day. I'm still doing the norm. I live with my fiance every day, so I've got company all the time. And we live in an annex next to my parents, so I'm with them all the time. So we're all in a bubble together. So I'm pretty okay because I've got a really good support bubble during this time. So I'm really grateful. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good, and I'm feeling in a positive mood. So put the positive vibes out there. What is your favourite TV series or box set? Okay, my favourite 2 series at the moment is Emily in Paris. Binge watched that, done, loved it, could repeatedly watch it a million times. And number 2 is The Mandalorian. I love that show. I love Baby Yoda. I want a Baby Yoda who's adorable. So they are my 2 favourites at this current moment in time. They change a lot, but that's what the favourites are right now. Next up is, what made you decide to start YouTube? Well, I think I addressed this in my last Q&A, but that was back when I was a small fish in a big pond. I'm slightly bigger fish, but still small, but you get the gist. I started it because I've always wanted to have a channel. I've always wanted to have the courage and confidence to have a channel, but I never quite pushed myself to do it. So this year, the year of lockdown, I thought, do you know what? Sod this. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go out there, put myself out there. If people like me, that's great. If they don't, then fine. At least you tried. And so far, it's been a really positive experience. I really enjoy editing. I really enjoy creating content. I enjoy talking to people online. Like, I love being social. So the whole social aspect of it is great for me as well. So yeah, that is why I started YouTube, because I just wanted to finally just take the plunge and do it and just be brave for once. Next question is, what are your main goals right now? My main goal right now is saving up for a house. Because obviously we've already sorted out the wedding. The wedding was last year's savings, and that was all taken care of, finished, complete, ticked off. So now we've started from the beginning. When lockdown happened in March, the first time around, we just thought, you know what, we don't have to go out anymore. We don't have to do anything. Just put every penny that we can save into the savings. We've been saving non-stop, so we will get our dream house next year. Fingers crossed, putting it out to the universe. That is my goal. Next question is, what do you work as? So I will try and explain this as quickly as possible, because it's not interesting. Basically, I work in my mum and dad's company. We provide IT solutions to schools. My job title is Executive Technical and HR Assistant. So that is my job. I deal with looking after all the staff, the scheduling, the holiday allowance, sickness, paperwork, lots of policies, lots of fun things to do with HR. I help out the senior management team with the technical stuff. Like, I just help plan and help make things tick behind the scenes. That is the quickest and most concise description I can give you of my job. So, not a secretary like my brother calls me, but what I call myself, a glorified assistant. That is what I like to call myself. That is what I am. Hi. So the next question is, what do you recommend for a long relationship like yours? Well, I don't like giving out advice, because I feel like if I give out bad advice, I'm going to get blamed. I mean, Mike and I have been together a super long time. So I don't know. I would just say trust is key, a lot of love. Definitely having a laugh with each other and accepting each other for exactly as you are. Don't ever try and be someone you're not. Just be completely transparent, completely yourself when in a relationship, because there's no point in building a relationship on a totally different sort of person. You are who you are. Be that person. As I said, I'm a loony, I'm crazy, I'm quirky, and he still loves me, so clearly he likes what he sees and what he lives with. So yes, I would just say, like, make time for each other too. Make time for date night at least once a week or every 2 weeks. Just make time for each other. Obviously we live with each other, so we're with each other 24/7 most of the time, apart from when we go to work. But just make time for each other. You know, even if you have a date night at home, just, you know, get takeaway, watch a film. Like, just making time for each other, and always talk about things. If something's worrying you, talk to your partner. Don't just sort of suffer in silence. I feel like it's always best to work through things together, for sure. Hopefully that's good advice, but like, and if I asked Mike actually the other day what makes our relationship so solid, and he was like, a lot of cuddles. I was like, right, he's gonna hate me for saying this, by the way. How do you stay motivated during lockdown? Well, I'm not really in lockdown properly, because I go to work every day still. I still go in the office 3 days a week, and then I work from home 2 days a week, so I've got a normal routine. I think having a routine during lockdown is so good, even if you're not working, if you're on furlough or whatever. Just get yourself a routine. Get up every morning at the same time, make yourself coffee, make yourself breakfast, get yourself in a routine. I think having a routine is so key for motivation. And also, I'm just going to say, you know, it can't last forever. That's also motivation. It can't last forever. It is what it is. We can't control the outside situation. You just control what's happening inside your own bubble, and just try and make the most out of it. Learn a new skill, read a book, watch a movie that you've always wanted to watch. Like, just make the most out of it. And I feel like having a routine really motivates me to carry on during the day. So yeah, have a routine. How are you dealing with lockdown 2.0? I am dealing okay, thank you. Like, as I said, pretty normal. Got the same routine, working, coming home, gym, dinner, etc. The weekends are a bit strange, but you just gotta make it what it is. I normally go on lots of long walks in the weekend now, because just go outside and be with nature. I mean, we went out on a walk last weekend to Pulborough Brooks, which is quite near where we are, and that was nice. Just being outside, just doing something active. So I feel if you just sit inside all day, you're just gonna get really sad and depressed, and it's just gonna lower your mood. So go out and get some fresh air. Fresh air is very key. So yeah, I'm pretty okay, to be honest with you. I'm doing pretty. Next question is kind of similar. What is it like during COVID times for you? As I said, it's pretty much similar. I'm working every day like normal, go in the office 3 days a week, work from home 2 days a week, go to the gym every night because I have a home gym, make dinner, so I'd literally just have them at the same routine. So it's honestly just, it's fine. That's all I can say about it. What's your favourite time of the year? Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. I love everything about Christmas. It's not about the gifts. It's nothing to do with the gifts. It's the decorations. It's the time with your family. It's the how happy everybody is. The Christmas music, the Christmas movies, the Christmas drinks at Starbucks. Everything about Christmas. I adore it. I love Christmas. We are such Christmas people in my family, and Mike is like Buddy the Elf. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I put up the video of us decorating our house, you will see how anal he is about everything. He is so particular about how things go, and you'll see it. You'll see what he's like. He's like such a perfectionist. So Christmas is our favourite time of the year, 100%. What's your dream job? Oh, well, when I was younger, if you asked me, it would either have been a Broadway West End actress, or a fashion designer or fashion buyer. None of that happened, obviously. But if I wanted to choose a different career right now, I think it would probably be working for a fashion magazine of some sort, or helping behind the scenes with the RSPCA, so the admin side of things, because then that way I'd be helping in some way, and maybe I could do the marketing for them. So that sort of thing would probably be my dream job, to be honest with you. So the next question is, how long have you been with your partner? Mike and I have actually been together on June 13th for 9 years. 9 years with me. God help that man. He is a saint. So yes, 9 years. 9 wonderful years. Wouldn't change it for the world. He is a complete godsend. He is my best friend in the whole world, and I'm so grateful to have him in my life. Like, genuinely, he's the best person I know. He's my bestie for life. He's just an angel, and he accepts all of this. So yeah, 9 years. How are you dealing with mental health in lockdown? Well, it's not been too bad. Like, as I said, I've tried to remain relatively positive. I have had a bit of anxiety around health problems, not because of COVID or anything, but oh, sorry, my hair's annoying me. Basically, the doctors think I may have another cyst on my ovary, so I've got to go for a scan in a couple of weeks, and that's stressing me out because I hate going to the doctor, I hate going to hospital, I hate anything to do with medical, I can't stand it. So that's been giving me anxiety and making me not sleep very well. But other than that, my mental health is pretty stable, to be honest with you. But thank you for asking, it's so sweet. The next question is, what is your zodiac sign? I am a Gemini. I was born May 23rd, 1992. So yes, Gemini. Why is Jack so lovely? Because he's a little angel, he's a little furball, and he's a good boy. He's just a good boy, and he's the best dog ever. So the next question is, when you go to Disney, have you already planned your route in advance? Well, if I had it my way, I would plan every day with a whole schedule. I would know exactly what I'm doing, where I'm going, what I'm doing. Obviously with Disney, the Disney parks, you have to choose your fast passes in advance because you get, I think, 3 or 4 passes a day. So that obviously would have to be planned out anyway. But like with Universal and everything, and all the other Disney, I just want my route planned out. But because I live with Mr. Unorganised, he doesn't want to do any of that. He just wants to wing it. I said to him, this is going to be a living nightmare, you do realise that? And he's like, oh, you just got to wing it. I'm like, but oh my God, it's just, I can't deal with not being organised. Like when my dad used to take us to Disney, honestly, he'd have a whole schedule for us every day, and it'd be like a route march around the park. He'd always wear a bright t-shirt so we could find him as well, so we could find where he was marching to. And my dad is super tall, so luckily he was tall and wearing a bright shirt so I could find him. But yeah, I'm used to being quite organised and like following a plan, so going with Mike's going to be interesting on our own because he doesn't want to plan anything. He just wants to go with the flow, and I'm like, oh, I'm so stressed, but I'm going to go with the flow. We're going to wing it. We're just going to enjoy ourselves and have a magical day, because that's what they always say. I hate it when they say that, because by the end, because when we went the first time in 2015, this is the first time I took Mike with my family, everywhere you go, they go, have a magical day. And he was like, oh, I'm really sick of them saying that. I was like, oh, I love it. And like every time they said it to me, I go, have a magical day. And Mike be like, oh my God, please make it stop. So I can't wait for him to get little crumbs when they start saying have a magical day. But yeah, that will hopefully make the day better, even though I can't plan it all out. But yeah, sorry, I'm rambling. Next question. This question, this is a weird question. This is from James, one of our family friends. Your brother regularly works out. Does he ever offer advice? He offers abuse is what he offers. He doesn't offer advice. He offers abuse. So yeah, he's a bully. because obviously we'll work out in the home gym. I'll be on the bike, I'll be on the running machine. He'll come in and start going, "You're not running fast enough, you're not cycling fast enough." And I'm like, bloody hell. And then he loves doing this thing where he pinches your sides as well. Pinches your sides. I'm like, "Oh, there's a bit of blood there." It's like, oh. So yeah, no, doesn't really give me any advice, just give me abuse. How are you doing at the moment? As I said, I'm doing pretty okay. Oh, there's lots of questions asking how I am. It's so sweet. You're so lovely, all of you. How are you? I'm doing okay, yeah, apart from the health thing, but I'm sorry, that's TMI, by the way. I do apologise. I know sometimes some blokes are watching these videos and they probably don't want to hear about that, but I'm being honest and being open book. But yeah, I'm doing okay. Thank you so much for asking once again. God, you're so sweet. Last question, and this is a mean question, James, because this is not fair at all. Who's your favourite out of Logan, Jackson, Romy? I love them all. The same is not an option. Well, I'm sorry, I do love them all the same. You cannot pick favourites from your children, okay? I can't go up to my dogs and go, "Sorry, Logan, you're not my favourite." How mean would that be? I love them absolutely all the same, 100%. Jack's got a small place in my heart because he's always with me and he snuggles with me a lot. But to be honest with you, I love them all the same. I cannot pick between my children. That is ridiculous. So I'm sorry, James. I'm not turning on my kids. I love them all equal. And I know that wasn't an option for the answer, but I'm taking the option anyway. So how rude of you to ask that question. Right, guys, that is it for all the questions. Thank you so much for asking all of these wonderful questions, and thank you again for all the people who asked how I was. That is so sweet. Like, as I said, the community is just so lovely. All the girls on Instagram are absolute angels, so thank you so much for everyone who sent me questions for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Nearly at 500, and I'm hoping I'll reach 500 by the end of the year, so fingers crossed I do reach some sort of a goal this year. Please, God, please. That's what I want for Christmas. I want to hit 500. Santa, please. But yes, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't ramble too much. I know I'm a rambler, but anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you for all your support as always. Please subscribe. As I said before, I'd love to get to 500. And if you have any more questions for me, please do comment down below, because I'm always open to chat to you and answer anything you want to ask me. And I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Mwah. Bye, guys.